Go undercover inside the next Loot Crate. Agents. Unbox top secret pop culture collectibles and gear featuring Black Widow, James Bond, Sherlock Holmes, Batman, and more. This month is Agents. Hey guys, and happy Fandom Friday. So, I'm both happy and sad about this. Well, as you guys know, there is now the Ordeal, or the Emergency, if you like one of my favorite book series, The Secret Benedict Society. There's stuff going on in the world, and life is kind of what it is. So I'm stuck at home because I got laid off, which brings me to my sad news of I had to cancel my Loot Crate subscription because I don't make tips anymore. They don't tip mechanics or mechanic secretaries, as well as they tip people in food service. So hopefully one day I will be able to get back to it. The other thing is, as soon as if I can get my job back, my tips are going to be going to my new adventure, which is the Hospital Princess, which I'm really hoping to bring you guys some videos of that. But of course, that is also on hold because of the emergency. So life is on hold. Hopefully this flees and disappears and we can move on with life and get back to fun and outside. PA's under lockdown right now, so I'm technically not really supposed to even leave the house except for, walks in socially appropriately distanced groups and like all that kind of stuff. So, alrighty, so I figured I'd bring you guys a theme video anyways. Even if I can't get it, hopefully I'll see you guys unboxing stuff online and it'll be super cool. Especially since this one looks really good, which is how they get you, don't they? It's the one you've been waiting for so long, you get after you cancel your subscription, or it's the next crate that you'd have to order, and it's just a pain in the butt. But it is what it is. So, as per always, I am not sponsored or paid or gifted or anything. I kind of reached out to Loot Crate, but no one's responded to me, so I guess I just don't have the followers needed to get a collab. But I will bring you guys this information anyways, because maybe some of y'all, like me, got super excited about this crate and are intrigued to see what is in it. So this is going to be April's crate, so April 2002, and they're giving us Agents, which seems logical, especially considering the first fandom they're giving us is Black Widow. With the Black Widow movie coming out, it's really easy to pick the theme of the crate. We've seen them do this several times where they pick the next big movie that's supposed to be coming out to theme the crates around. It's just easy because some people are already excited about what's happening. So I'm kind of intrigued because I don't know what they're going to do with this. I'm sure there is merch. Black Widow's not a favorite of mine, so I haven't really looked into it, but Marvel is pretty big and very easy. Okay, so for those who don't know, Black Widow is a character in the Marvel Universe. Specifically an assassin and a secret agent for Marvel, or specifically for the U.S. She was a Russian spy for a very long time, and we learned a little bit in the storyline of what happened to her. It seems she was taken at a very young age and almost in an orphanage where she underwent a lot of training and, frankly, psychological abuse to become who she is. So we learn a lot of things, especially in the Infinity Wars and all bunch of things about things that have been done to her to make her the perfect assassin, which is both scary and creepy. But it is played by Scarlett Johansson, and her name, and the character's name is Natasha Romanoff. And so the new movie is going to be looking back between Civil War and Infinity War. So we're actually going back again and learning some more backstory, which we've been doing with a number of the characters to get back into the MCU. I hope someday, as soon as the entire MCU comes out, someone gives me a timeline so I can watch these all in order again, because I'm getting confused. I've watched so many, and they're all out of order, because, of course, I'm old enough to remember when Iron Man came out the first time. Or at least when Iron Man in 2008 came out. So, I'm kind of excited to see what they do with this. Whether I see it in theaters is probably unlikely, just because, well, besides the ordeal, movies are expensive. So we'll see what happens. But that movie's coming out fairly soon, So that is super exciting, and it's easy to see what they're going to do with it compared to the rest of them. All right, so since they already picked the Black Widow, which is an agents, assassins kind of movie, and it seems to be a team up between her and agents she used to deal with in Russia, it's not very hard to put other agents in it. So Batman is a lone Avenger. It's kind of an assassin. He's not really an assassin because he doesn't kill people, but you know what I mean. So Batman is an Avenger, someone who takes care of people and defends the rights. Batman, of course, is Bruce Wayne, who had a terrifying and, of course, psychologically abusive problem when he was younger with his parents dying in front of him, and that causes a whole host of psychological fun. But, of course, he is out trying to protect those who can't protect themselves. So, again, this is, again, with the agents and the taking care of people. The next one is James Bond. James Bond is also a secret agent, so that's a nice transition. And somewhere that, like all of these so far that we have mentioned, have a lot of merch to find. Whether they're reusing stuff, I don't know. I figured with Batman and Superman we'd get stuff, but I haven't gotten any duplicates yet, which is kind of exciting and makes me sad that I'm missing this one. But you guys post unboxing videos so I can see what's going on, and maybe I'll rethink this project. Maybe I should have a Patreon or something so that I can help this. But anyway, so James Bond, of course, is a British agent, Secret Service agent, who has been around for eons and has several different reiterations. My personal favorite is always Live and Let Die, which is a very old one, but it's just fun. Mostly because Baron Samedi is one of my favoriteest actors, and he does so well in that movie. So if you haven't seen Live and Let Die, go find it. It's Roger Moore, I believe, but it's an old, like, 70s one. So James Bond is a secret agent. He is a womanizer. He is a drinker. And if you watch far enough back, you'll understand where his psychological abuse came from to turn him into the person he is. Spoilers. So there is all of that. I am noticing a theme that I didn't think of until I started having this video. So hopefully not all the people have psychological abuse. Sorry, guys. All right, so the last one they're giving us is Sherlock Holmes. And y'all, this is why I'm so upset that I can't get this crate. Oh, I love Sherlock Holmes. One of my prized possessions. My mother managed to find me a first edition Arthur Conan Doyle series of, like, Sherlock Holmes and a whole bunch of stuff. And I've been very obsessed with Sherlock Holmes for a very long time. We must observe, not just see. So between the new Sherlock on BBC, Elementary in the US, Robert Downey Jr. is apparently coming out with a third one. Sorry, guys. I love Doolittle, but apparently no one else did. So I've heard there's going to be another Sherlock Holmes with Robert Downey Jr., which is intriguing. I liked them. I feel like Benedict Cumberbatch did it much better. I'm not saying Robert Downey Jr. is bad as Sherlock Holmes. I just like Benedict Cumberbatch's version better. So there have been a lot of iterations of Sherlock Holmes, and it's very exciting to see. Sherlock Holmes is, of course, a consulting detective who basically just doesn't want to bother with the police because it's too much red tape and paperwork. And I'll be honest, it's a mood. One of the reasons I'm not a public school teacher and I work with kids as opposed to in a school district is because I can't stand the paperwork and submitting lesson plans and that kind of stuff. So I homeschool to get my teaching out, and I work with youth groups to deal with kids or to take care of kids the way I wanted to take care of them in school districts. So I know his feelings, which might be why I love that character. He is, of course, depending on which version you see of him, a little standoffish, but it is just fun to watch, and it's always fun to see how it works. I know they're pre-written, so you can't see the clues, but sometimes you can go back and go, wait, I can see the connection. So it's always really fascinating to watch. Of course, he is not really a secret agent, but he is kind of his own entity trying for the power of good, we hope. We don't know. Sometimes it's a little bit of both, isn't it? Okay, so those are all of the fandoms they gave us for agents. What are some other ones that we could add to these? Because it's always intriguing to see what else they could add. Now, sadly, I will not see what comes in the crate, but what do you guys think? What are some fandoms that need to come with agents? Alrighty, guys, so it came to me. The other ones, they're actually, if you scroll further down, they're also doing X-Files and Archer, which are both secret agent kind of businesses. So Archer, of course, is a cartoon show from, I think it's on Adult Swim, among other things, but it's a secret agent and part of a community, and you get to learn more about that. The other one, X-Files, is, of course, basically, I think that's where Men in Black got their ideas. X-File was a group of FBI agents that were, like, looking into the paranormal. It's a very long show, and it's on my list. I know, guys. I can hear people yelling at me going, you should be watching this. I know. Alright, you guys, make sure to remember you have until the 19th of April at 9 p.m. Pacific time, not specific, Pacific time, to register for this crate so that you can get it too. Hopefully, you guys get something cool. Alright, you guys, that is all I have for you this week. If you like the video, please actually click like. It helps me. Make sure to subscribe if you think you need to subscribe so you can see what goes on every week. I'm going to still be doing content because there's little else to do. But I'm also excited to show you guys some of the stuff that I've been up to that is not Loot Crate based. So if you stuck around this far, please make sure to find the other videos that I do. I do geeks, like geek merch stuff. I've been doing crafts and a whole bunch of other things. Other than that, I will see you guys next Fandom Friday. Bye.